fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Go when somebody from the East was president. A Biafran was president. Do you forget? Jonathan was a Biafran. Bayelsa was within Biafra. Am I right? Is that debatable? Biafrans have ruled this country in name of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Does he deny that? So, when the Biafrans had power, what did Biafra do with the power, brother? Within the time the Biafrans had power, Okonjo-Iweala was Minister for Finance, de facto Prime Minister. Barton was Minister for Power. Denizani Madueke was Minister for Petroleum. From there to neighbor. Aviation belonged to, what's her name? Odua. Stella, is that Stella Odua? Ike Kuremadu was Deputy President. Ihe was Deputy Speaker. You want me to continue? Hope Uzodinma was Chairman on Aviation. The Chairman on Works was Ayogeze, Senate. The Chairman on Federal House was Obuefe Ozombachi, Federal House. Chairman of Works, Senate, Biafra. Chairman of Works, Federal House, Biafra. Are you there with me? The two deputies in the two houses who were in charge of constituency projects, Biafrans. Am I done? The person who was in charge in amending the constitution, Biafra. The person in charge in federal house in amendment, Biafra. And he couldn't amend the constitution to create the additional state that you were complaining about. And he spent 10 billion naira in the process. Are you with me? So, if Nnamdi Kanu here sees this evidence and wants to continue
I'm asking a very pertinent question. Is Nigeria working for you? Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-President Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid, still they collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. Then farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state governments receive federal allocation from monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking tough this time. Most times, he's as shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development, from Naira continually losing its value to our recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people, though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing, and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little pissed. May Nigeria never happen to you. Say amen. We deserve better than the political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaode James. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
Good evening, everyone. I want to bring to your notice the latest banking system now concerning all the unregistered community savings accounts. Okay, make a breakdown down for what they mean by unregistered community savings accounts. Now, like all those clubs, as they form club, maybe organization, association, church, or like Omona, Kingsmen, or maybe community, they gather money, say may they go put down for accounts. All those accounts where they get more than one signatory, then they go there like 3, register their go open accounts, they will get like 3 signatories, 2 like signatories, all those accounts. Now the accounts now they talk say any people or any group of people we gotta go open that kind of accounts, may they come present their CAC, to the bank, so then go sort them out with the bank. If not, every money where they put for the account to go disappear, whether na 5 million or 10 million or 50 million. Not be this matter now why they tell you No be something wey go still happen, it don't they happen. They been give mandate. Read this thing where I paste for you here. Now wetin the banks send to the affected people, you know, where they suppose go sort them out before now. They gave till the 12th, but it don't they happen already. 12th don't pass. People know, people feel like saying as Niger thing they be now, they no go take them serious. But my people, this thing serious. Like it get some groups when me I dey like this, where we say our money don't disappear. Wetin you go dey see for the account, bank account balance na 00. Your account go dey there, they no go delete am. You go your account, you go see 00. All your money don't disappear. So wetin they try bring to you people now. If you dey any association, any club, whether na your church account or whether na your Kingsmen account or whether anything where you dey, where una dey in group, go open an account. I be corporate account. I be wetin they call am. Make una kuku go withdraw na money. That's if your money have not disappeared yet. Make una kuku go withdraw your money. You know, withdraw your money, hold am for hand. First, before you go now begin to talk to the CAC something. Even if say you get CAC already, make sure you go reconcile them with the bank before you go leave your money for them there. If not, your name fit on to sorry. As I tell you now, it don't affect so many people. It don't affect so many people. It don't affect so many groups, so many clubs, so many associations, so many churches, even village people. It don't affect them too, because as they gather like this, they do contribution, carry money. Like especially get some people where we say every week that they bring money, that they do contribution, then get like 3 signatories. At the end of the day, they go carry the money, share them. Those people too affect them more because they don't get CAC. Even if say they get CAC, they never reconcile with the bank. You understand? And if you go to reconcile with the bank go demand for you make every signature wait there to bring their CBN. Some people he had them to do them. So to say your company gets CAC or say your group gets CAC, the organization gets CAC, your club gets CAC, no be any guarantee say your money stay safe. So each they try let una know be say if you not get any money, share this message, pass and make it reach everywhere. No be joke, I they follow you joke, no be play, no be fake news. That's why they bring you na pure correct news. This thing don't already affect so many people. It don't already affect so many people, so many individuals, so many groups. It don't affect so many people. Help me share this message. Help me circulate this message. Make it reach everybody. Make them go collect their money before it's too late. That's if your money is still there. That's if your money is still there. Are there many groups and many these things where we say 2 of them say our money don't disappear like this? As they tell you today, it happened today. You get some people say when they complain say their own happened yesterday, and as time they go, now so it go to happen. If share the distance, so by tomorrow morning, make everybody go collect their money. Now still on Total 101, they bring you this important message. I beg share them.
Good evening. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this program today on the Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM in Biafra land, on Enter Biafra Channel 1 and Channel 2, on Enter Biafra YouTube channel, Twitter, Twitch, and of course on IPOB Autopilot social media around the world. Today we have come again with, a very good news. The latest development in Biafra struggle, I would say in Biafra liberation. I have come to create awareness and to inform Biafrans on the stride that the auto-piloted IPOB we have made in few months, just within few months. As we get closer to our freedom, as we get closer to Biafra, there is need for everybody, especially the genuine group, to come together, so for us to form a formidable force. And we have succeeded in coming together of most of the genuine group. And just like I mentioned during the State of the Nation broadcast a few days ago, where I mentioned few of other group we're looking up to, and of course one of the group being the government, Biafra government in exile, and of course Ekwenche. So
I have come to give updates to Biafrans this evening, the progress we are making in this Biafra, as Biafra get ready to exit Nigeria in 2023. I want to inform you today to just disregard whatever distraction that is coming from anywhere. We are focused, we are resolute, our eyes is on the ball, and we are not, moved by, distraction of people who don't know how far we have gone. I informed you yesterday that Biafra government in exile has been completely activated in full force, starting from yesterday, the 31st day of July 2022. And of course, a lot of people do not understand what this means in practice. So we have come this evening to educate you on the, this particular activation of Biafra government in exile and all that. The Biafra government in exile has been in existence. It didn't start yesterday. We didn't form it yesterday. It has been in existence, and it has been the wish of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to drive that force. And because the Nigeria government have always striked him, whenever that particular move were about to be made, they always come and strike. So for the second time, our leader have tried to activate the Biafra government in exile, and that was when he was attacked. And then another time is during this last time, and that was when they kidnapped him. So without wasting any more time, the right time has come that the government will now take its full function and operation. And for that reason, after long hours of meetings and deliberation with the cabinet, and we decided that the government of Biafra in exile will be activated into full force starting from yesterday. As time goes on, I'm very sorry because I have some kind of code for Biafra job. As a matter of fact, some people who may not understand what we have done, this is the biggest news in Biafra movement so far. What it means is that the government of Biafra has been, activated, and we are now in alliance with this government body. This government body, they are going to be used by Biafra people to achieve a lot. It is going to be the diplomatic wing of the Biafra liberation movement starting from yesterday. I am going to explain, some brief history of the government of Biafra in exile. And I wouldn't go into, elaborating a lot of things, especially cabinet and all that. I believe that in due time, we are going to have the cabinet, on our program, and you are going to know who are the cabinet of the government of Biafra in exile. Because Biafra is coming in 2023. And there is nothing in this life that will stop us from exiting Nigeria. I am telling you, go and mark it. For those who are looking down on what we are doing, we will shock you. We will shock you. I want to inform you now that by the special grace of God, we only have just one meeting more, one more alliance to go. Just one more. One more alliance to go. And the moon or the sun will rise. just one more alliance, the sun will rise. And everything will start from this month. I am telling you, you go and mark it. The Biafra liberation have started, and it started this month. You will see the green light of Biafra from this month. And if you do not see the green light of Biafra from this month, you will see the red light of the end of Nigeria from this month. And so that before 2023, the whole world will bear us witness that indeed Biafra people have made their decision to exit Nigeria. So for that reason, I want to take you on a journey to explain and educate you a little bit about the Biafra government in exile. Some of you may not understand, what the government in exile will do. So I will explain just briefly. The government of Biafra in exile, we are going to be working in our own ways, and we somehow will continue to work independently and under the Biafra government. The Biafra government will be the body that will present to any nation government, whenever we are going on diplomatic, whatever diplomacy or treaty we are going into, the Biafra government will take charge of that. The Biafra government in exile will henceforth be taking responsibility of every diplomatic issues, both those seeking asylum, both issuing ID card, both recognizing, Biafra people who are stranded somewhere across the globe. They are full responsibility of a government in exile has been activated yesterday. And going forward, they are going to work, and are going to work like never before. And those of you that are looking for or seeking asylum somewhere, the Biafra government will officially, take charge, because that is what their responsibilities are. The responsibilities is to communicate with the other government and all that. It may not be a recognized government, of course, as such, but that responsibility of issuing official document, official letter, will be henceforth coming from the Biafra government. And because since the beginning of Biafra struggle and the liberation, this has never happened. The only time this wanted to happen was during the Owazurike, which is the reason I'm going to educate some of you. When during the Owazurike, the Biafra government in exile, under the leadership of Professor Enekwache, at that time, they brought Owazurike to the United States. And Owazurike, as you all know, he messed up. He messed up the whole struggle. He messed up the whole government in exile. And that was how they went into oblivion. And ever since then, it has been, nobody knew what was going on and all that. But because the right time is now to reactivate it, even though they have been having activities and they have been operating underground and all that. And for that reason, the government will take its full function, its full responsibility. Everything that government, recognized government in exile will do, the Biafra government in exile will continue from now going forward. And like I said, for example, is issuing official document is one of them. Not a document coming from any organization. Biafra is coming next year, and it is no longer is no longer agitating group 10. And this has been the plan and the wish of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is that Biafra will come. And when Biafra is going to come, everything will fall in place. Everything will fall in place. And that particular template and roadmap is what Simon Ekpa is following. And so when Nigeria government think that they have actually succeeded in stopping Biafra, you know that we told them that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring Biafra. I told you people, they thought I was joking. So we are going to be waiting for a very big news. Also, I made a tweet today about Liverpool. I don't know what God is saying, but God is saying something about Liverpool. God is saying something about a city called Liverpool in the United Kingdom. And we will be having a very big news from that city. Having said that, I want us to go to, for those of you who do not understand what is the government of government in exile, what it means and all that. Of course, there are, if you go to internet, you're going to see a lot of definition and all that. There is a different way you can define the roles and what is the government in exile. The government in exile, some people, according to the information available on the website, will call it is a political group that claims to be a country or a semi-sovereignty state. But this is not what I've come here to do. I've not come here to define government in exile. Now, the reason why this government in exile have to be activated in full is because we need to, the time for Biafra has come. It is no longer only just creating awareness and all that. So we have activated the government in full, and they are going to start taking the responsibility, diplomatic responsibility, if we are going into lobby and whatever. So they're going to be taking that responsibility. And of course, we are going to be collaborating with the security, the Eastern Security Network, and of course, looking at whatever security we may need in Biafra and all that. So this is going to be happening just within a few weeks or a few days from now. We are swinging into action. Now, I want to bring something to the screen so that you will understand what I am talking about. One moment. Now, if you go there, you are going to see Biafra. You are going to see government line. You can check the meaning of government in exile. You can read about it if you want and all that. As you all can see the government in exile and basic form of government. But let's go to Biafra because Biafra is here. Let us go down to Biafra. I'm going to zoom it a little bit. Now, if you look at the functions of the government in exile, you will understand that the activities could be becoming a part of bilateral or international treaty, amending or revisiting its own constitution. And I want to tell you today that Biafra already have what we call Biafra Charter, which is also subject to amendment. Maintaining military forces, retaining or newly obtaining diplomatic recognition from other states, issuing identity card, allowing the formation of a new political parties or whatever. We are not going into that. Holding election, we are not going into that. So what we are going to activate is complete, government activities as it should be. So this, involve setting up of many organs and all that. And then, so let us go straight to Biafra because I don't have time for all that. I think when you look at this, there are, current government in exile. I want everybody to look at this. If you see current government in exile, you are going to see, for example, if you go forward, you see Republic of China, Taiwan, Associated Island, this Arab, whatever, Democratic Republic, and then you go straight, you see this Belarus, Presidential Leadership Council of the Republic of Yemen, National Unity Government of Myanmar. You go straight, Republic of, Autonomous Republic of Crimea, Lusak. This is where they are for now. This is the place where the Russia and the Ukraine are fighting at this point, and you can see that these people has been it has been updated in 2022. The Luhansk in Ukraine, and then Russia, Luhansk, de facto independent state. So you go straight down and you continue to go down. You will see delegation of Taiwan province, National Council of Iran. All these are, you can be said to government in exile, but most of them are already gaining their independence. So when you look at, you go straight down, you continue to go down, you are going to also pass government in exile, you continue to go down, you are going to see Biafra, very soon. And let me also mention that, for example, when you look at here, you see past government in exile. When you look at the past government in exile, you find that even Republic of Siena, exile government of Electoral Palestine, Privy Council of England, East Tennessee, Confederate Government of Missouri, Confederate Government of Kentucky. You will see even Belgium, Belgian government at St. Andrews, Provisional Government of the Republic of Korea, all this Spanish Republic of Government in exile, all this government in exile, some of them have actually gained their independence. Look at this one, Polish government in exile. If you read the Polish government in exile, you will see the Polish government in exile, officially known as the government of the Republic of Poland in exile, was in government exile of Poland, formed in the aftermath of the invasion of Poland of September 1939, and the subsequent occupation of Poland by Germany. So, Biafra have activated its own government in exile with full force. And this is going to need everybody's support. And then you go look at Estonia. The Estonia government in exile was formally declared governmental authority of the Republic of Estonia in exile. Today, Estonia have gained its independence, and Estonia is now a very promising country in the Nordic region. So, when you see this Latvia government in exile, Latvia today, it was then under Soviet. Latvia, for example, have gained its independence. So I'm just saying, this is 1940. You see Lithuania have gained its independence as well. There were also government in exile. And so why I'm showing you this is to show you how we are to exit next year. And so the Biafra government, as collaboration with the auto-piloted IPUB, we are going to work with them and under them as well as a government body. So we are going to start instituting every arms of the government that is needed, to set the pace and the ground running. Then you see the Palestine government. You see the president of Ukraine, in exile, even that Ukraine government in exile and all that. So now we are now going straight to, if you look at this, let us go straight to Biafra. One moment. Here we go. Oh, sorry about this. I think Biafra is up. So I'm taking you guys to Biafra now, so you will understand. This is Biafra here. You see, if you go here, you see Biafra. Biafra government in exile. So Biafra government in exile is also a recognized government in exile, and we have activated it now. For the very first time in the Biafra movement, when a Mossab, as you can see there, the people that formed this government, brought a Mossab to the United States, to facilitate the government in exile, but Wazirike sold out. As you all know, Wazirike sold out. So now, autopilot IPOB have taken charge, and we are now working very closely and in alliance with the Biafra government in exile. And very soon, you are going to see the structure and everything that is needed and everything you need to know about them. So the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister, the past Prime Minister, they are all well-educated people, well-grounded people, professionals, come across the board. We have representative in the cabinet from the province of Biafra. All over Biafra land is represented in the cabinet of Biafra government in exile. That is one thing I must tell you people. At least I have to reveal the secret. The secret is that the government in exile today, the cabinet, the representative in the cabinet comes across the entire Biafra territory from the hinterland to the riverine area. So they are all well represented in that Biafra government. And then, of course, there are probably more people to join the cabinet because it has been activated in full force now. So there could be many amendments coming, that way. And when that happens, you will all be notified. So we are going to see, as you see Biafra here, Biafra government in exile, 1970, 2007. So I'm going to also bring to you people the declaration of Biafra, the statement that, the statement of the declaration of Biafra in 2007, re-declaration of Biafra in government in exile in 2007, and then also the original declaration of Biafra in 1967. So you are all going to see this. And so I want you to understand that the reason why you see Wazirike here is that Professor Enekwanche, I hope I'm pronouncing the name very well, is a very great man, as you can understand. They are the one, when Professor Emma Enekwechi, Professor Emma Enekwechi was the Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile. And during that time, Wazirike, they did everything, and they were recognized even in Washington, D.C. They had the office, the head office of the Biafra government in exile in Washington, D.C. So Wazirike were invited to the United States, only to come there, and everything changed. So from that time, the government in exile, everything just, failed completely. So I want you people to understand that what we are doing now and the activation of this government in exile is in line with our leaders' wish to get Biafra. And the government in exile have tried several times to make this whole thing possible, but I believe that it was not possible then because it is now that God have anointed it. And as we are waiting for our leader to be happy and to see that his legacy and his suffering and sacrifice did not die in Kenya. Rather, it has been catapulted, to the highest level. And next year, 2023, everything is going down. So now let us continue. So when you look at this, you see the movement for the actualization of Biafra, sovereign state of Biafra. Must explain to you, they have nothing to do with this. It was just because he was invited. When we go to the declaration of the Biafra in exile, as you can see, an arm of the movement of the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, seeking to re-establish the Republic of Biafra in Washington, D.C. And like you see, this particular, of course, this is a history that you cannot change. This is a history that you cannot change. Yes, Wazirike was invited, and so he messed up, and that is it. So now, as the government in exile was trying to make sure that IPOB harness, what they have to offer, and during that time, our leader had issued the first time, and then the second time, these criminals that were surrounding him, surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these criminals could not allow him to get these people on board. So, but now, because we are focused and we are getting Biafra by next year, the time has come. And because there are so many diplomatic ties and doors that has opened, so we need a body, we need a governmental body, a recognized governmental body that should be doing that for us. And now this is it. And let me also inform you, Biafrans all over the world, that the issue of those seeking asylum may take a little bit time because the government have just been activated, like I've just told you people, and we need, we need a lot of, there is a lot of work to be done before we can be talking about issuing document and also ID card and all that. So this is a lot of work, and everything is happening immediately. And let me tell you, people, that this whole thing is not sudden. It's just that the right people has come on board. The right people, the genuine people have come on board. So it is not a sudden thing. This has been a movement that has been in existence for a very long time. For those who think that we just set up the government in Exile today, no, we didn't set it up yesterday. We did not set it up today. It has been there for decades. Now it has been transferred. The main movement now that is under the umbrella of IPOB Autopilot will now take charge from here, and then we are going to work closely with our government. And so everybody must respect the office going forward and from today. Like I said, many things may be, we may be working a little bit differently, but everything we are going to be doing will be channeled at one particular goal, which is to get Biafra. The government of Biafra may not be directly involved in what some of the, if we have entered armed struggle, they may not be directly involved in the armed struggle part of it, but they are going to be the one in charge of the diplomatic ties and the whatever we are going to do in the international community. So they're going to be part of, they're going to be the one, championing it, while, the autopilot will champion the armed struggle. So I hope you understand what we are doing. So you don't see the government. The government, of course, is in line with what we are doing, and everything is going to be, is going to be jointly. But the armed struggle for Biafra will be completely issue of the autopilot movement, and then the government of Biafra will look into the diplomacy, and then of course the government of Biafra will also have some kind of a supervision on the forces, on the military of Biafra and all that. So this is where we are going, and it is called the division of labor. Now, but having said that, I would like to bring to you the declaration of the provisional Biafra government in exile, the past one, and I don't think that it will be wise to start declaration, making a new declaration. It has been declared. It is only that the Biafra is like a relay race. So you run and you pass the betting to somebody, and somebody will take the betting and run. And now the autopiloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is taking the betting, and we are the last leg of this race. So we are going to run this race, and we have taken the betting. We are going to use the betting, and we are going to run to the last, and we're going to, win this race at the end of the day, and that's happening next year. Now let us go to the declaration of the Biafra government in exile, and we're going to read the wording for some of you, and this is something you never know. This is something you never know. Some of you may never know existed. So we are here today to enlighten you on that. All right. So as you can see, Biafra provisional government. Biafra provisional government. And let me tell you, I want to inform you Biafrans today, please disregard anybody. Disregard anybody telling you anything else, okay? Disregard anybody telling you, oh, you declared they declared the Biafra government in Exile and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not here, okay? These are the criminals that never wish Biafra to come, okay? Disregard, when you see them, don't just allow them to distract you. Just behave as if you didn't see them, because these are the criminals that didn't want Biafra to come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have wished for this, and this is exactly what we're doing. And this will be the last nail on the head of the enemies. So we are here, and we are doing it, and we are doing it very well, perfectly. And the time is now. So I want us to read the declaration of Biafra government in exile, the past and the present in 2017. And I don't think there is need for us to declare again. So it is just to continue from where the baton has been given to us. All right. So Biafra provisional government, the Biafra provisional government, BGP, is created and formed by the authority of the Biafra Charter. And all of you know that I have posted something called Biafra Charter. The Biafra Charter is, the Biafra Charter comprising of all Biafra territory, and everybody agreed to the charter. And that charter I will be teaching on the charter for you to know that we already have a Biafra Charter. The Biafra Charter is already available, and then of course it is subject to amendment. So the subject to amendment is that it can be amended either the Confederation or either the Federal Federation of Biafra, as the case may be. So everything is not like a final thing, but we are going just to show you that when we said that Biafra is coming 2023, we are not just joking. So for those who are asking, who have been asking, where is your roadmap? Where is your roadmap? Where is your state? Where is your map? Where is your this and where is your that? You see, I want you to understand that one group cannot do everything alone. Okay, that is why it is very important. One group cannot get to Biafra. Okay, there are groups that's gonna be in diplomacy. There are groups that are gonna be in armed struggle. There are groups that are gonna be in political whatever. There are groups that are gonna be in either washing plate and all that. So every group is going to be doing their thing, and what we are going to do is to bring everything, whatever we are doing, the result together, and it is going to give us Biafra. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you people. So we have already a charter, Biafra Charter, and Biafra Charter is, a very, very well document that everybody in Biafra territory signed. Every province of Biafra signed the Biafra Charter, and that is what a lot of people don't actually know. So our people in the Riverine area, they were also part of the Biafra Charter. And people don't know this. So when somebody is asking you, IPOB autopilot, where is your roadmap? We have roadmap. The roadmap we have is the combination of the alliances we are building now. The roadmap we have is that the Biafra government in exile has been activated. The roadmap we have is that all armed groups in Biafra land is under autopiloted IPOB. And we are going to have a central command. And that is happening. I am telling you now, in a few days, we are going to have the last alliance, and we will hit the ground running. So don't just panic. Don't just listen to anybody telling you election this, election that. The time is now, and we cannot miss this target. When we fire a target at the right time. We are very patient, and we don't fire anyhow. So when we fire, we strike at target, and the person will go down. All right, so let us go there. So the Biafra government, the Biafra provisional government, created and formed by the authority of the Biafra Charter of May 30th, 2007, and as a mandate of the same charter, the relevant section of the charter is expected below. Below item 5, Biafra government in exile is an arm of the BPG. So let us go a little bit down. Of course, this is organized in number sections. Harrison Amobi, thank you for super chat. We appreciate you. And then Ogodoman, thank you very much for super chat. We appreciate you. Then the event announcement for event declaration of the Biafra government in exile. The event itself, the declaration, and the link audio coming, and all what have you. Now, we are going to go straight to the one, which is the announcement of the declaration of Biafra government in exile in 2007, August 28. August 28, 2007. Now, new Biafra provisional government announcement. On May 30th, 2007, the nation of Biafra, its provinces, and people resolved to actualize, renew, reaffirm, and continue with the declaration of Biafra independence from Nigeria. During a press event being held in Washington, D.C., Dr. Emmanuel Enekwachi, on behalf of the signatories, will unveil the Biafra Proclamation of Sovereignty and Independence. Then it was now is a Professor Emmanuel Enekwachi. This is our declaration to the rest of the world, says Dr. Enekwachi, that we are exercising our right to self-determination and self-governance, and we seek support in making this transition toward freedom and liberty. A reality for 4 million Biafra that was back then, 2007. The author of the declaration strongly support the right of self-determination and have issued a mandate for the creation of and formation of the Biafra provisional government. The mandate states a government of self-determination shall function as the bona fide government of the Biafra to 1. Secure the federation, the freedom and the liberty of Biafra and its people. 2. Represent the sovereignty and the interests of Biafra globally. 3. Engage in international relations and diplomacy. 4. Ensure the national security of Biafra and its people. 5. Seek diplomatic status for the Biafra. 6. Mediate global trade negotiation and other economic development venues. 7. Exercise the right to freedom of religion. These were the declaration as far back as 2007. Now, in 1967, the Nigerian government opposed the declaration of Biafra as a sovereign state and declared war. A few years later, the war ended, but ethnic genocidal cleansing of the Biafra continues today. In 1999, in response to the genocide, the movement for this Masob then was formed on non-violent principle. High-ranking officials as well other members of this group remain in prison throughout Nigeria. Now is the time, says the signers, that the people and nation of Biafra make an appeal here today to the world to support the end of human rights violation and persecution of the people who are in search of the right to freedom, liberty, and self-determination. And like I've also told you people that the reason why you see the Masob here was because they invited him to the United States, and of course, because they have to, it has to be the movement, and then it has to be the government, and so Masob then was like the foot soldiers, and today we are acting in that capacity of foot soldiers for Biafra, and we are going to be doing our thing while the government will go into full functionality and will begin to do the job that they have been activated to do. Declaration of Biafra government in exile. Then, of course, the full text is what I'm going to read to you. And 4, reaffirmation of the origin of Biafra declaration. The declaration of Biafra independent, Tuesday, May 30th, 1967. Recommittal to the declaration of Biafra independent, Wednesday, May 30th, 2007. 1967 and 2007. So, there in the wedding of the declaration in 2007, fellow Biafrans, 40 years following the original declaration of Biafra independent, we Biafra rise today to recommit ourselves to this noble declaration, its spirit, substance, and implication. Our independence being our right and our destiny and a manifestation and the symbolism of our freedom and liberty. Today, those 40 years have validated the wisdom and the propriety of the declaration of Biafra independent. These 40 years do now compel the reactualization of the independence of Biafra, having witnessed and experienced all these years in the unrelenting stronghold of Nigeria on Biafra, unwilling to continue to suffer under the precious policy of the Nigeria against Biafra people, certain that a future under Nigeria based on past and present fact and realities does not exist for us Biafrans, except as exploited and dehumanized, rendered worthless as a human being. Understanding that in any case, Nigeria is a failed state barely kept going on by mocking and the unconscionable patronization by outside stakeholder powers and principalities, and refusing to allow ourselves to be dethroned and dragged down with Nigeria. Now, therefore, we the people and the nation of Biafra do declare that, 1, we reaffirm the original declaration of independence of Biafra. We are taking our own collective destiny as an independent sovereign nation of Biafra. We undertake the actualize of independent Biafra as a natural task to claim a natural right. We know the law and rules of civil humanity are on our side. Self-determination is inalienable natural right. It is recognized in the United Nations Charter. We exercise this right to actualize independence Biafra. In making reaffirming this declaration, we make neither war nor peace with Nigeria. We merely exercise our right as a people and a nation, which is our prerogative and which there is plenty of precedence. It is our desire to enter into negotiation with Nigeria to resolve negotiables peacefully. An independent Biafra restores stability and security to the region, allowing the people and their environment to heal and finally to thrive, while at the same time creating favorable climate for international business and commerce. An independent Biafra is a fresh infusion of hope for Africa, which we are determined to turn into fulfillment for all. Long live independent nation of Biafra, and may God continue to protect her and all those who live in her. This was the declaration of the Biafra government in exile in 2007. Now I am going to read to you people for the very first time the original declaration of Biafra in 1967, the 30th of May, 1967. Original Declaration of Biafra Independence. The Declaration of Independence, Tuesday, May 30th, 1967. Fellow countrymen and women, you, the people of Eastern Nigeria, conscious of the supreme authority of Almighty God over all mankind, of your duty to yourselves and prosperity, aware that you can no longer be protected in your lives and in your property by any government based outside Eastern Nigeria. Believing that you are born free, have certain unalienable right which can best be preserved by yourselves. Unwilling to be unfree partners in any association of a political or economic nature. Rejecting the authority of a person or persons other than the military government of Eastern Nigeria to make any imposition of whatsoever kind of nature upon you. Determined to dissolve all political and other ties, you and other former Federal Republic of Nigeria, prepared to enter into such association, treaty, or alliance with any sovereign state within the former Federal Republic of Nigeria and elsewhere, on such term and condition as best to subserve your common goal, your common good, affirming your trust and confidence in me. Having mandated me to proclaim on your behalf and in your name the Eastern Nigeria be a sovereign independent republic, now therefore I, Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, military governor of Eastern Nigeria by virtue of this authority and pursuant to the principle recited above, do hereby solemnly proclaim that the territory and the region known as and called Eastern Nigeria together with our continental shelf and the territorial waters shall henceforth be independent sovereign state of the name and title of the Republic of Biafra. And I do declare that all political ties between us and the Federal Republic of Nigeria are hereby totally dissolved. All subsisting contractual obligation entered into by the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or by any person, authority, organization, or government acting on its behalf with any person, authority, or organization operating or relating to any matter or thing within the Republic of Biafra shall henceforth be deemed to be entered into with the military governor of the Republic of Biafra for and on behalf of the government of the people of the Republic of Biafra. And the covenant therefore shall, subject to the declaration, be performed by the parties according to their tenor. All subsisting international treaties and obligations made on behalf of the Eastern Nigeria by the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall be honored and respected. Eastern Nigeria shall of all subsisting international debt and obligation entered into by Nigeria government, Federal Republic of Nigeria shall be honored and respected. Steps will be taken to open discussion on the question of Eastern Nigeria due share of asset of the Federation of Nigeria and personal properties of the citizen of Biafra throughout the Federation of Nigeria. The right, privilege, pension, etc. of all personnel of the Republic of the public services, the armed forces, and the police now serving in any capacity within the Republic of Biafra are hereby guaranteed. We shall keep the door open for association with and will welcome any sovereign unit or unit in the former Federation of Nigeria, any other part of Africa desirous of association with us for the purpose of running a common service organization and for the establishment of economic ties. We shall protect the lives and properties of all foreigners residing in Biafra. We shall extend the hand of friendship to those nations who respect our sovereignty and shall repel any interference in our internal affairs. We shall faithfully adhere to the Charter of the Organization of African Unity and of the United Nations Organization. It is our intention to remain a member of the British Commonwealth nation in our right as a sovereign independent nation. Long live the Republic of Biafra, and may God protect all those who lives in her. This was the Declaration of Biafra in 1967. Now, I'm taking you to a little bit about the Biafra Charter, which is also, available, under the government, Biafra government in exile. So, and this is the charter. Biafra Charter Authorization. Whereas the people and nation of Biafra and their land and property find themselves under physical, sociologic, political, economic, and sociological subjugation by the state of Nigeria since 1967, a state of occupation by Nigeria of Biafra has existed and continue to exist. Unwilling to continue to live under such suffering and servitude, while suffering such indignities as are inappropriate for human being, determined to exercise the natural and legal right to freedom and liberty. Now, therefore, we, people of the Federation of Biafra, have resolved to actualize, renew, reaffirm, and continue with the Declaration of Biafra Independent of May 1967, with all the implications thereof. In reaffirming the independence of Biafra, the people and the nation of Biafra make neither war nor peace with the state of the Nigeria. Rather, we exercise a natural right, a popular right, a political right, and a right supported by the United Nations Organization Charter and international laws. The right of self-determination in certain realization that only effective exercise of self-determination by the people and the nation of Biafra will end state of occupation and subjugation by the Nigeria of Biafra. In furtherance of this exercise, this Biafra Charter, a formal organ of the people and the nation of Biafra, lend authority to and issue a mandate for the creation and the formation of the Biafra Provisional Government. The Biafra Provisional Government mandate to create, form, operate, and manage a provisional government for, by the peoples and the nation of Biafra, so such government to function in the meantime as a bona fide government of Biafra in manner of legal, customary, and adheres to government to secure the freedom and liberty of Biafra and its people from occupation by Nigeria based on self-determination paradigm and principles with all haste and by all means necessary. To represent sovereignty and interest of Biafra and its people in the region and in the world at large. To project the sovereignty and independence and humanity of Biafra and its people at all times. To constitute a transitional governance of the Biafra immediately after liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, a specified finite duration not exceed 4 years, pending the formalization of Biafra state structure, post-occupation and the post-liberation. This particular one is very important as we are now in the liberation phase of Biafra once again. The structure of Biafra Provisional Government. The Biafra Provisional Government shall consist of 2 arms. The Biafra Government in exile, based outside of Biafra. Biafra Government within Biafra, to be known as Biafra Shadow Government. This, of course, may have not been activated because of the complexity of what we have on ground. But I think the cabinet of the Biafra government in exile will shed light to this particular Biafra shadow government, when the time is due. Both arms shall function in tight coordination and in harmony with the Biafra government in exile, the apex role. Function of the Biafra provisional government. The sole function of the Biafra government in exile and the Biafra shadow government is to carry out the mandate of the Biafra provisional government as stated in the Biafra Charter Authorization. The Biafra government in exile shall respect existing laws of international hosting countries. In furtherance of this mandate, Biafra government in exile shall respect international laws dealing with self-determination and protecting of human rights and rely in particular of the Geneva Convention Protocol 2. Biafra shadow government will work with our people at home, in Biafra territory, and in Nigeria, cognizant of the state of the occupational forces foisted over our people. This keep alive and project Biafra's sovereignty and independence in accordance with the mandate and the mobilize, organize, and manage our people for the socio-political activism in order to carry out our resolve for self-determination. I want you to understand that this particular mandate may have slightly changed because of the direction we have taken today, in the liberation phase of the Biafra liberation or the Biafra freedom. At all times, Biafra exile and the Biafra shadow government functions are to be well coordinated, harmonious, complementary, and seamless. Following the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, the Biafra provisional government, consisting of the Biafra government in exile and the Biafra shadow government together, shall form the nucleus of the transitional government of Biafra under the direction of the peoples of the nation of Biafra in order to conduct the governmental affair of Biafra, guided by the Biafra Charter for a period not to exceed 4 years, during which Biafra put formal structure in place to continue and to succeed as a nation under permanent constitution of the nation of Biafra. I want to thank you people today for listening as we continue to enlighten you and make you understand and pass this particular vital information to you today, which is very, very important. You need to know how this particular liberation of Biafra and Biafra breakaway from Nigeria is taking shape. Like I informed you before, starting from this August, you will begin to see the green light of Biafra. The conduct of the Biafra provisional government shall at all times adhere to the basic principle and the laws of the Biafra Charter. The term of the Biafra provisional government shall last from now till May 30th May until Biafra is fully liberated from Nigeria occupation. Immediately after the full liberation of Biafra, this Biafra provisional government shall transform into the transitional government of Biafra, during which Biafra socio-political and civic structure shall be put in place. The period not exceed 4 years. At the conclusion of that period, the transitional government of Biafra shall unconditionally cease to exist and shall be replaced by a duly constituted government of Biafra following a constitutional conference. I hope you are following. That is why whenever you hear them telling you what is your roadmap, tell them the roadmap is here and this is part of it. And of course, when the other different groups are doing their things, you also have to understand that Ekeroreke. So that Ekeroreke is what is going on now, and the autopilot is activating it under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course powered by the Biafra spirit, and of course powered by also the autopiloted IPOB. Very, very, very important. Very important that you know this. All right, we continue, to lecture you on this. The Declaration of Sovereignty State of Biafra, which is 6, in exile. Biafra government in exile, a declaration. I want all of you to understand that, when you are listening to this, you must open your mind and to know how serious we are. Being part of the official announcement declaring a Biafra provisional government in exile and held at a United States National Press Club in Washington, D.C., United States of America, on August 28, 2007. The declaration, I think we have read that, but let me also read this particular, declaration as well. There comes a time in the life of a people when their physical survival, their dignity, fundamental right, and indeed the very essence of their being endowed on them by Creator and guaranteed under a natural and international laws, supersede all temporary comfort and demand unreserved and unmitigated action, defense of this God's given right. For the people of Biafra, that time is now. I am telling you that as you read this, it looks as if it is today. And of course, thank you very much. There is a exceptional right for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course. I want you people to understand that whatever we are doing today, please do not just worry about that. Everybody we are forming alliance with, every group we are bringing together with, they respect and hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a very high esteem, and they also have shared their concern about how they have tried in the past to make this thing, what we are doing today, possible, but it never worked because of the evil people that surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And like all of you have seen today. So do not just worry about that. Every group we are forming alliance with, every group that's coming down or coming, to join force with Autopilot today, they're all coming because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, they respect and value his ideology. And on that particular rock, we are building this particular mountain or this particular church. Thank you very much. So do not worry about that. Everything is under control. And then we continue. Whereas the people and the nation of Biafra and their land and property find themselves under physical, economic, political, sociological, and psychological subjugation by the state of Nigeria since 1967. A state occupation of Biafra by Nigeria has existed, continued to exist. I think I have actually read this particular section of the declaration of the Biafra government in exile. What I'm about to do now is to give you one moment. I need to make you understand something that there is a broadcast which must we must make sure that you listen to that particular broadcast. So that broadcast is gonna one moment. Sorry. We are going to have a commercial, and then after the commercial, I will play some broadcast to what you people must listen to. I'm gonna play this broadcast. So, and you need to listen to it. All right, here we go. Let us have a commercial, please. Sorry.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Right. Sorry about that. Here we go.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinu